Alright, we looking good. We looking good. We looking good. Let's see what we got. What we got on here? We got and put that guilty gear up on them. Yeah, late ill kid at OneYoungsta. So holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today, yeah, coming with another wonderful episode of Nerd Soul Gaming. I'm not by myself. I'm chilling with open mind. Say what's up, man.
What's happening, people's open mind with y'all live tonight? How y'all feeling?
Man, look, we about to get into talking about the how should we say the FGC jungles. Um
Yeah.
now I did want to I wanted to get your opinion on Wax about,
Right.
Luke. We got Luke, coming out,
Okay.
all
I
these
got you.
videos and
Okay.
everything. How you feeling
Uh-huh.
about Luke?
All right. Let me be honest about Luke. I actually like the way Luke played, at least from his very first trailer. And going back to when you first saw Luke for the first time months ago, however many months ago that was, because I didn't keep track. I was like, yo, this character dope as hell. Look wise.
All
This
right.
is this is what this is. Had we had him back in 2015 when the game first came out, I think a lot of people would want tournaments with Luke.
Okay, okay.
But my issue with Luke is it is too little, too late. He's probably the
Mm,
best character on the roster right now. Without playing him, I haven't played with him yet. I'm just looking at his visuals, the trailer, plus the developer breakdown video, whatever you call it, when they was going over the moveset and the triggers and stuff. Looking at what he can do, even though I haven't physically touched him. His machine gun punch, or I call it machine gun punch. I don't know what it's called, but it looks like his projectile. His projectile, he could do it from full screen.
yeah, yeah.
That right there is OD. Period. It's OD. Even if he's not in V trigger, because I noticed that when he's in V trigger is when he can do the machine gun version of that punch, where it's like da 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 da, only in V trigger. But
Yeah.
his normal special move like that is just it's still fast though, and he's seriously plus on block. Like it's ridiculous how plus on block he is. But I think he's in the wrong game. That makes sense. That's my take on it. He's the wrong game, meaning this is Street Fighter Five. He should have been in Street Fighter Six. We should have never seen him until Street Fighter Six. That's my overall thing on Luke.
Okay, okay. Because when I first saw him, I was like, you know what? He kind of looks kind of cool, but I'm so tired of seeing like the. Uh, I, I'm tired of seeing the blonde character
Yeah.
and
But I think
like
I said this before on a previous live, some many lives ago, I guess. Um, and it's about Japanese perception of Americans. Okay,
yeah,
fake news is real. And when I say fake news, I mean propaganda, misinformation from on all force, from tabloids to internet, you name it. And if these people over there, even the higher ups, the rich ones that make video games and are kind of like in the know, even they have a bias that they go by based off of media. So the typical American person is blind, right? And then if they call themselves trying to create a black melanated character, they give the melanated character European facial features with dark skin. So their skin is dark, but their nose ain't fat. Their nose is pointy. Their lips ain't fat. Their lips is thin. You know what I'm saying? Like their skin color is black or
hmm
brown, but their features they don't look like a Negro. You know what I'm saying? And this is a Japanese person designing the character from their perspective and their perception of what a black person looks like and what an American person looks like. You see how they go into great detail with their Japanese characters, though. Oh, their Japanese
yeah,
characters represent the hell out of Japan, but it's a lackluster representation for everybody else because they just don't know, and it's not to take up for them at all. Just
yeah,
giving
yeah, yeah.
context to why we see this so much in different fighting games. It's typical, but we have to take into account the people who never left Japan they may be successful game developers in Japan, but they've never traveled outside of Japan. So they only going by TV, videos, internet on what the culture is over here, and hearsay and maybe some research they've done. But if you ain't physically been there, you can't really like paint the picture. So they're doing their best.
Word, word.
And it's also a thing about marketing where it has nothing to do with the person designing the character, but everything to do with the direction it's given. We want this character to look like this because we're trying to appeal to blah blah blah, and there's a lot of politics behind it.
Mm.
So it's not just a. I wouldn't say that it's lazy. I would say that a lot of those designers don't have much choice. They just kind of following orders. So the blame is on the CEOs, and the people who do that research and that data that do that data digging and find out like information. Because how you gonna design the character if you don't know the features of that character? What
True,
does a black
true.
woman look like? What does a black man look like? What does an Australian man look like? What does what a Spanish person like? What do they look like? Body proportions, females to the males, the typical, not the unique ones, the ones that every now and then, but the typical black person looks like this, typical white person looks like that, typical Asian person, so on and so forth. And their typical model is the blonde haired person,
Yep.
males and females.
Cause that joint be, I be like, bruh, how many blind people we about to get?
Yeah.
I was like, you.
But for me, I don't care so much as the look of the characters. I need to play. I need the gameplay to mesh well with my, with me. Because if they give you custom designs, you can change the look of the character anyway. That's just their base look. Like you can literally turn a character that's white. If you have a color palette option in the fighting game, you can change their skin to be dark. Now that you got a black character, even though the character itself. So for me, it doesn't matter per se in a sense of representation because it's a video game, and most gamers don't like they're not as woke. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. They just want to fight. So I personally would love to see representation, but I don't hold it against these game developers like that. Like they got enough headache with trying to make the mechanics mesh well, let alone trying to represent
Mm,
everybody.
word up, word up.
So I kind of cut them some slack, but not taking up for them. I just kind of understand why things. So when you understand why something, you can kind of like soften the blow a little bit. If that makes sense.
Word. All right, Ram. Ram is gonna be my first matchup tonight. We gonna see how interesting this Ram is gonna be. We know how Ram do, so we gonna.
Yo, Ram is banned on
Mm.
my PlayStation. Like I don't even take Ram fights no more. She too
Ooh,
busted after this update. This
ooh,
update got
Lord.
Ram so busted. But if I accidentally take a fight with Ram, I do two. It's always 2-1. I always lose one, but I
Ooh,
get two
Lord.
out of three. Let me see
Ooh, Lord.
You know who I like fighting a lot, the most on Guilty Gear is Leo. I like fighting Leo.
Oh, okay, okay.
Even though he's so OP and people like Leo is like really busted, for me, I fight some of the most busted OP Leos and I just somehow win. Like because the character is so fun to fight against. He's dope, and he got his 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 advantages. But for me, I don't fear the character. I love going against Leo. It's to me, it's win or lose. It's a fun fight. It's not annoying. You know what I'm saying? Even though he can cross you up while you down, he can get a hard knockdown. He can cross you up with the broom hilter stance, dashing back and forth. But even that to me can it's not confusing as
Ooh,
it
she caught
looks.
me in the corner. Oh, there it is. No, 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 no. Did I get her first? I don't think I got her first. Oh, snap. That's
I
it.
found some interesting tech too. When she got you in the corner like that, the last hit where she tried to like overhead you and bop you on the head, you can grab her out of that.
Ah, what up? What up? Now,
So you know how? Go ahead.
oh, go ahead. No, go on ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say because I saw how she had you in the corner and she was doing the little poke combo. She ended it with the overhead, like I don't know how you describe that move, but it's like an overhead. And if you catch her in the middle of it, you can grab her out of it. Just as soon as like you see the animation, you got to be quick about it. Just grab her. Just a regular throw.
Ooh.
And then you got fouls, so you got a command throw. So you can definitely command throw her out of that. Whatever I don't know, I don't play with fouls, so I don't know his command throw
Hold up.
input,
That
but
should have been a. Oh, she's coming. Ooh, how did bad inputs?
and try to discipline yourself to Roman cancel after regular normals instead of just moves. Like if you get it just like right there, that move she just did, it's gotta be quick about it, but you can grab her out of
Ah,
that.
miss time I roam. Miss. Oh. Yeah, this round is over.
You can also grab her while the swords got you up against the wall too. Like the swords are a distraction more so than a hit. They can only hit you once. Like they hit you and push you into the wall. The second hit is an explosion, but before the explosion happens, you can grab her.
All right, this way, this way. Sorry, guys. I had a slight distraction. Someone came in. I couldn't get it on
No, no
the
doubt.
second round too quick.
We
But
see you playing, no doubt.
all right, let's see if
I'm watching the match.
we can get this last fight. See if we can get this last one. Oh, I did want to bring up Happy Chaos is a character that I thought was going to be hot. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I'm not feeling happy chaos,
Yeah.
and I'm also not feeling happy to fight against him either. I don't want to use him, and I don't want to fight against him. But
Ooh.
I'm gonna go ahead and whenever he
Ooh.
drops, I'm gonna go ahead and get some matches in so I can at least understand the matchup. But
Mm,
he's a character for the trolls. Anybody who likes to troll when they play fighting games, he's your character.
mm. Yeah, the troll type. Yeah, because I thought it was going to be cool. She can kick me out of that.
And she got the right space. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, hold up, you can do that.
His remember
Ooh,
his low sword swipe got a lot of reach, so you can kind of keep her right there from that distance. The low sword swipe.
am I going to
I don't
reach
know
her
what
with
a sword.
this? No, I'm not going to reach her with that. And I was like, am I going to reach her with this? No, I'm not going to reach her with that.
Yeah,
Oh
Ram is
man.
busted. She's
But
busted, bro.
with a Ram player, I kind of expected. Plus, I haven't been in this game for a minute, so I was kind of expecting
Yeah.
that. But so
You in rank tower or you in the park?
I'm in the rank.
Okay.
So I'm in quick matchmaking and stuff. So all right,
Okay.
so peep this when Happy Chaos first kind of like showed up, I was like, oh, this is gonna be cool,
Right.
and this will be a fun person to play against, and or play as either.
Right.
Um, and nah, it, like because when I saw when they put the video out today, and I was like, that's who it is. So they changed. So Faust, they updated Faust where it's harder to. All right, Zatoichi. All right, so they made it harder to do the overhead slash combo when you jump in. That all right. The only thing about my boy Faust, and I enjoy playing as Faust. Uh, his his time between like buttons is not the flavor. Yo.
You word? I don't play with him, so I don't know the struggle. I mean, I go to practice mode and mash buttons with him, but I don't take them on like I have not been into a real fight with Faust, so I have no idea how good my Faust is because I only go to the practice mode with him. Oh, you Zato? I can't stand Zato.
Ooh.
Yeah, you doing right. Stay airborne. Keep throwing them, keep spamming them bomb bags.
Ooh, no, he got me. There it is. It's over. I was like, oh, there it is.
You can burst out of that, when they hit you in the head. When they get the dash, what is it called? The dust attack. If they dust you in the air and you blue, you can burst out of that.
That was a nice overhead that I got. Ooh. Oh, I did not know he could go for a longer combo. I thought there was a pause between that, but apparently not. Oh, that's over.
Only if his eddy meter is if he has no eddy meter, he can't do that.
Yeah, that was over. I was like, I didn't know he could go longer. I thought it was hit, 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 your turn, hit, hit, hit. But apparently I was wrong. But I didn't do too bad that round. I kind of.
Another habit you should add is when your special moves or your attacks block, Roman cancel out of it to kind of recover yourself. Especially if you're at a distance where they can counter attack. If you're in a block string and you got meter, Roman cancel out of it. Any event that they block and you kind of like in danger, Roman cancel out of it to get your turn back.
That's a bad one. Oh. I feel like that should have hit.
Right there, that was a good opportunity to Roman cancel when you come out on the top. Teleport and then drop down top of his head. If it hit confirm, Roman cancel and extend that combo.
Did I get him? Yes. I knew it was getting close.
That was a good win right there. Took that round.
The throw.
See, I'm still in the fight station waiting on the fight. Nah, I'm good. I don't want to fight this guy. I don't feel like chasing him around the screen. You go to the West Coast lobby and see what the West Coast talking about. I spend a lot of time in the East Coast lobby. Shit's like on default. West Coast lobby empty, but 10 people in. I guess everybody in the bed, huh?
Probably so.
Going to sleep. Everybody in the bed sleep because this is the emptiest I've seen ever. Now, I bet if I go to the 10th floor, it'll probably be packed though. I keep forgetting I'm in heaven. And it just ain't gonna be a lot of people with it anyway at this hour.
Ooh. Going in wall break. Oh, he was smart. He didn't want the wall break.
Yeah, see, I went to the 10th floor. It's like 30 people on the 10th floor. Many people in heaven.
I actually had a pretty good shot at the beginning of this round, but it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty.
Ooh, I got a Leo fight. I love this Leo fight. But I ain't gonna get a whole lot of points from this because I'm on a floor that I shouldn't be on, and they kind of like
That
penalize
was a
you for
that was
that.
a good read for him.
So what you think
Really?
about DNF Duel, the new Guilty Gear Strive offshoot?
I'm digging it.
I'm definitely digging it though. It's just Guilty Gear Strive with one shot kills. That's what it is. It's what they should have did to Strive. DNF Duel, but it's Arc System work, so I trust it. I trust the game.
Let me see if I can get a roundup off this guy. Ooh, word.
Prayer hands Potemkin.
Mm, I got him. I got him for one round.
Prayer hands Potemkin.
Oh, them prayer hands ain't no joke in these streets.
Yeah, I love the new update too, where his prayer hands can combo into anti. His prayer hands is an anti, well, always been an anti-air, but you can never like combo into it. You get one hit and that's it. I'll be catching them though, and the startup one is a lot quicker too since the update.
Come on now. Ain't nobody worrying about that sword. Nice. And that's how you end off a solid round. I got one fight out of him.
These
Ooh.
dudes be trying to
Ooh,
get my
Lord.
Potemkin. These dudes be trying to get my Potemkin in the corner, and they don't realize that they're in trouble. But Potemkin in the corner, even if you got him in the corner, you're still in danger. Like,
Yeah, it that
you're in danger.
so all right. With DNF Duel, since I know nothing, absolutely nothing except the trailer about DNF Duel,
Yeah, I
like
don't know much about it either.
what I guess like what what do you think it's gonna play like? Because I see
I think
that
it's
it's
gonna
one
play a
on
lot
one.
like Guilty Gear.
I the characters look sweet. They do. Oh, another
Oh yeah,
Zato? Oh, this might be the same. This might be the same player.
yeah. I think it's gonna play a lot like Guilty Gear.
This same Zato Ichi player. I can't remember. Doctor Oblivious. I didn't pay attention to the last match, like who it was. Let's see. Ooh, nice burst. Get off me. Oh, nice. All right. I got one round. That's all. One round at a time, baby. One round at a time. That's all we try to do. That's all we try to do in these streets. Just one round. Ooh. Ooh, nice counter. Ooh, don't mash. Oh, that's over anyway. Ooh, nice counter. Ooh. Ah, he got me, but that's cool. That's cool. Gotta go all out. Gotta go all out. Gotta do what you gotta do. Mm.
This Leo was trash. He was, man. But
Nice.
I'm not in heaven right now.
That was a pretty good bait that worked at the last second. So I got the win. I got the win. So that's what's up. One round at a time. That's what we're trying to do.
So what you think about Project L?
Man, I love it.
Yo, that game there, I can't wait for that game to drop, bro. And I think we're gonna see it in 2022. I don't think it's gonna be 2023. They didn't give a date. They didn't say it was gonna be 2023. They said we don't have a date yet. We still got this in development. So it's possible that it comes next year, maybe fall next year. But I'm not putting it in 2023 just because they said to be announced. So I would just wait, and then they could give us a version of the game just so we can play it and then send updates as the game's out. Just like they're doing with Guilty Gear Strive. Guilty Gear Strive ain't finished. It's not finished. This game is not finished, but they gave it to us because they didn't want to keep waiting on making us wait. It's finished enough for us to play it, Guilty Gear,
Yeah.
but it's not finished. This game ain't finished. They still got some shit they need to work out because look at Ram. She's Ram and Zato. They busted, bro.
Yeah.
They busted our characters. They gotta fix that. So
He
what
got
they
me in the
doing is
throw.
they gonna buff everybody first, and then as like the
That was a
2.0
good. That
version
was a
is
good
going to
round.
come out, they gonna nerf everybody.
Oh, they took. All right, because I haven't played this since the patch.
Right.
So they took a lot of stuff from your boy Faust, man. They did my boy Faust. They did my boy Faust. Wait, hold up. What can I do? Why is my
They
pimp
gave him
smack so
another move
slow?
though. He got a new move though.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, when you throw the afro out and you put the afro on your head, you can jump up and throw an afro bomb back, and it bounces towards the opponent.
Mm.
So you know how your bomb bag just lands in the middle of the screen? Just lands there? Well, if you had the afro on and you jump in the air and throw a bomb bag with the afro on, it throws a afro bomb bag that bounces twice before it explodes. But I can't. I know you can't control what item comes out. So if you throw an item and it's an afro, you should try to put the afro on your head instead of making your opponent get the afro.
He got me on that counter.
But it was something I wanted to address to just fighting games, period, though. And it's just I just want to talk about my approach to how I got good at fighting games.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to work for everybody else. People don't have to apply my method. But I've basically been playing fighting games since I guess I was 10 years old, maybe. Old enough to steal my mama's laundry quarters and go to the arcade, you know what I'm saying, and just sit there on those stools. But coming up, the arcade didn't have a tutorial practice mode. There was no practice mode. You just put your quarter in, you pick your character, and you mash buttons. They ain't even have a move list. you had to like really find the move list, and we didn't have no internet back then. We did, but it wasn't accessible to the poor. You know what I'm saying? So you just had to like either have Game Informer magazines or whatever magazine you can get a subscription for, and it'll show you a move list if you can't get it nowhere else because you go into the arcade. So
Hmm.
I got my stripes not on any specific fighting games, but just how to approach playing a fighting game. And I just say go to the jungle, like you said, like the title of the video. Practice mode only gonna do so much for you, and I'm gonna do it like the Bible say, right? You know how Jesus say, "I didn't come to abolish the law, I came to fulfill the law," right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna apply that same Jesus concept to the FGC. Many FGC gurus or whatever have given their knowledge on how to get good at a fighting game. So I'm not dismissing their knowledge. I'm just gonna add to it by saying if you want to learn how to not necessarily use your character, but just to get good at playing a fighting game, you gotta go in the jungle. And I mean rank match, not casual. Because casuals, people not really doing their best. They just goofing off. So they may be throwing fireballs and they may be doing some combos
How
here and
did
there.
that not hit? But go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, but that person ain't really fighting you at their absolute best because there's nothing to lose or to gain in a casual match
Yeah, true.
other than just some time wasted. So when you go into rank match, most people in rank matches on all fighting games play cheap. Playing cheap is how they rank up. They don't rank up with skill, they rank up by playing cheap. So even if and a lot of them end up down ranking later on because you don't belong on this high rank because you played cheap to get here, spam something or just got lucky a lot, but your skill level is kind of inflated. You don't belong in this higher ups of ranks because there are certain tendencies and certain mannerisms you're supposed to have during the fight that says, okay, that dude really good because he can see that punch coming, that little tactic coming. Because there's tactics, there's shenanigans, there's different fighting styles.
Mm,
You know, five people can use one character five different ways. Even though all it's the same character, five different people are going to use that character different. So what you're learning is what the character can and can't do that you're fighting against. By losing to it, you got to take a lot of L's. That's the part that they don't tell people, the pros or the big following YouTubers. You know, they just give people some bullshit ass response and just let them go. The truth is, the truth is, how to get good at fighting games. You got to take a lot of L's.
yeah, you got to get in there and get
But
beat and learn how
but a
to.
L but an L is not necessarily a loss. An L can be a lesson too, because you find yourself in a rank match with a higher ranked character person than you, and they got you all in a corner. You can't breathe. You know what I'm saying? You could you piece the person. If it ain't a perfect, it's a near perfect win. But you can't let that get to your ego because that person has been playing this game longer than you. They're playing with that character, and they've been playing against your character longer than you've been using your character. So they probably know
Hmm.
your character better than you do. And if you're not doing certain things with your character, they'll take advantage of the fact that you're not doing those things. A lot of factors. You learn these things in the jungle. You don't learn them in practice mode. All you can do really in practice mode is practice what combos you're going to do in the event that you get the opportunity. That's what practice mode is, and that's what they don't tell you. I've even heard Daigo say it, and there's no disrespect to Daigo at all. He nothing but positive things, but even he could be a little dismissive sometimes when he just says practice. You gotta practice. You gotta practice.
Yeah, it's like
Practice
it's kind of
where?
like practice what?
Practice what? What am I practicing? And then you go to their streams or their channels, and you see them going to the practice mode menus, setting up the character training dummy to do different stuff and simulate different stuff. To me, that's still not teaching you how to play. You have to fight against people that you've never fought.
Ooh,
You don't know what
Potemkin.
this person is. what this person finna do. You don't know how their tendencies are. So you got to take some L's. So even if you're good at beating that character you're fighting against, you might not be good at fighting against the individual human that you're fighting.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
There's a You cannot simulate humans in practice mode. You can't do it. It's
Yeah,
impossible.
because there's so much between matchup knowledge and then also matchup with the
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. So the best approach is to go into the jungle and fight different fighting styles. And I'm gonna tell you this: you don't have to categorize them, but your brain will download and calculate this type of fighting style and that type of fighting style. You got the people who play keep away. You got the people who try to do corner pressure. You got the people who spam grab. Like if they close up to you, they don't do quick punch or quick kick, quick attack to like poke you off. They just grab you. You got that person there. So if you want to look at it and put it in real life terms, you got your kung fu people, your karate people, your kickboxers, your wrestlers, grapplers, and your wild punching people who just wild punch. If you apply it to fighting games, even if the character is not a grappler character, people still try to throw you when you are close. So the fighting style necessarily is what you're looking for, not the character specifically. Because they can take a projectile
What?
character and just spam throws all day. And as you learn and fight against these different fighting styles, you'll start to develop a kind of like a muscle reflex memory of even if you fight somebody you've never fought before, you recognize those tendencies. Because people carbon copy each other a lot. I see that. I go watch a Roofamonger video, right? Roofamonger will give some text, show us something, and I'll see these guys doing it against me, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't have no issues with Roofamonger, but I'm my own person. I'm always gonna approach the game from my perspective. I'm not
Word,
gonna
word.
do what Roofamonger does. I'm gonna do what Open Mind does.
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't develop their own fighting style. They just try to copy other people. You got to find who you are in the fighting game world. You do not have to be the best in the world because there's no such thing. Just
Yeah.
get good at the fighting game. Getting good meaning these situations you find yourself in, whether you're in a corner, whether you're getting overwhelmed,
Ooh.
how do you overcome that? You got to put yourself in those situations so you can learn how to overcome it. And practice mode does not do that for you.
Hmm.
Like a human being on the other end of the TV would do it. They'll try to take advantage of the fact that you don't know what you're doing with this character, and they'll try to overwhelm you. But as you slowly realize the mistakes you're making and how to counter this and counter that, you'll get good. Getting good requires you to not practice, but go to the jungle, the rank mode of any fighting game, and fight and take some L's. Forget your rank record, forget your ranking title or whatever tier you try to rise up to. You know, some people love their little titles. I'm a god tier rank, or I'm a gold rank. Everybody love that shit. That doesn't matter. That's for your own personal achievement. It doesn't mean anything to me fighting you. I think I put a video up a week ago
Ooh.
using my Potemkin. I think my rank right now I got like 1102 in Guilty Gear Strive, like 1102 points right now. But when I fought this Japanese
Oh
character,
God.
Japanese dude, I was like 1025 and he was like 4,000. Dude rank was 4,300 and some change, and he was using Milia of all people, right?
Yeah.
Potemkin versus a high level jumping, air dashing Milia, right? And I destroyed him. I didn't just barely beat him. I beat the shit out that dude because I know the character matchup and the tendencies of Japanese players. Because I've been fighting in the Japan lobby so much. Yeah, I play in the East Coast lobby on Guilty Gear Strive. But the reason I've gotten so good is because I've been taking so many L's in the Japan lobby. Now my Potemkin is like I'm fighting like Japanese players using Potemkin now because they've done it to me so much. Now I don't fight like them, but I now know what Potemkin can do and can't do in high level, high speed, high pace fights. Even though he's slow, I still somehow come out. live because I know what Japanese players like to do. I know what American players like to do, European
Get up,
players,
get up.
so on and so forth. So if you want to get good, you got to go to the jungle and take your L's.
Bruh, how many times I gotta hit Potemkin for him to die?
And Potemkin, that's why I use him. That's why he's my
Bruh.
main.
Yo,
If you lose
if
to
you see in
Potemkin,
this
don't feel
match at
bad.
all, if you see in this match at
I'm
all,
watching.
like, bruh,
I'm watching.
like, I, I feel like I'm doing some pretty smart things.
Okay, let me tell you how to beat Potemkin with Faust.
Alright.
Spam them bomb bags. Because I fight Faust and it irritates the hell out of me because they sit there and spam bomb bags. And they get some dubs off me because it's like, I can't get in. I just can't.
Yeah, because I was
So you
using,
gotta,
I was kind of finessing them with the like the back dash. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah.
was kind of finessing them. I was like, I want to get in, hit you with a 1-2, back out.
Okay,
But
you're in practice mode right now, right? I
yeah,
want you
yeah.
to try something real quick.
All right.
His low slash, I want to say not the foot sweep, but just the regular slash. Try to measure the distance. Try to see just how far away you can hit him from. And I don't think where you standing at you can do it. I think you might have to inch a little closer, but right there, stop right there, or back up a little bit, and then try to hit it. Not that maybe it's the other slash button. Never mind, you got
Oh,
to
you mean,
fight.
you mean this?
No, not that, not the kick. The scalpel slash, the low scalpel slash.
Yeah.
Okay, now measure the distance on that. See how far you can be.
All right. I gotta be like about right here. Oh no, no. So I gotta be
All
about
right,
right
right here.
here.
So now you see the spacing you got with it. You should use that against Potemkins. Like if you get a hard knockdown on Potemkin, you should be like right there instead of on Oki, because people try to get Oki, they want to run up close and catch you when they wake up. But if you get a hard knockdown with Faust against Potemkin, you should be right there where you standing at and do the. I'm talking about the edge of his scalpel. That's how far away you should be. Not too far away where you miss, but just far enough away where you can hit confirm and keep that space between you and Potemkin. Because the mistake people make when they fight Potemkin is they fight him up close. Potemkin is a grappler. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to try to fight him up close. But I get a lot of arrogant people that fight me. They eye Potemkin, they want to rush in, rush me down, and I slam them every time. Even the highest of levels, they try to poke, fake poke, and try to switch it up, and they try little tricks. But there's always an opening of space where you have a split second of when you punch me, I have it. I'm recovering from block, whatever you call it. I can interrupt your combo with Potemkin and bust you, break your back. I can do it in the middle of your combo. Yes, I have to be quick about it. But when I'm blocking, somebody got me in a combo string. I'm not just holding block. I'm actually putting in the motion to grab you as well. Because here's a trick: if you hold block and they have you in a combo string and you try to take your finger off the block and do a move, sometimes it glitches and the character is still blocking for you even though you're not holding back. And you can take advantage of that and input forward motion while still your character is still kind of holding back.
All right.
But they have to have you in a combo string. Because if they reset and stop, now your character is not blocking, is waiting on you to press a button. All
What
this
up?
happens in split seconds.
What
So if
up?
you're
What
not
up?
just mashing frantically, and you really calm down and just look at the fight, even if you're losing, sometimes stop pressing buttons and just watch what's happening. What is happening right now? Why is this hit confirming me? Why am I getting hit by this? Sometimes you need to not frantically mash buttons and just take those punches and see where they're coming from. So when they hit you again, you can stop it. But because button mashing is the quickest way to lose. Frantically mashing, you are not going to win that fight. Yeah, I call it focus mashing. You need to focus on what you're going to do next and hit that button precisely where it's supposed to be hit, and don't.
Yeah, that May. Okay, that May match was. I mean, that May round was interesting.
Man, May is so
But
cheap. But that's another character I like fighting against. Is May. People complain and hate May. I love fighting against May because I have a counter for that dolphin. At least Potemkin does. I don't know everybody's move set, but Potemkin
oh,
can
my
counter the
scalper
hell
went
out those dolphins.
straight through her.
Maybe you were too far away.
Like the animation went straight through her.
And another thing, if you hit confirm your tornado attack, Roman cancel forward and extend the combo if it hit confirms.
Ah, all right. This is a
Don't
May
be afraid to
player.
burst.
This is a May play. Yeah, that this is a May player that I thought I could kind of handle, and I still think I can. I don't think I'm super out of my league, so we gonna run this back. I don't think I'm using all my weapons properly.
Well, with her, you got to stay airborne because she's gonna be airborne. So you can't.
Yeah,
Don't try to neutral with her. Not with Faust anyway. Don't try to neutral with her. Stay airborne. Stay anti-air. However you can. Like keep her. I ain't gonna say keep away, but keep her at bay. If that makes sense.
yeah,
So she don't have to keep away. You ain't got to do full screen, but it should be some spacing between y'all when y'all at neutral. Because May got some reach with her anchor. I think you got this round.
Whoa, you kidding me?
And don't be
Ooh,
afraid to
that was
super either.
close. Whoa, that was close. Yeah, but Faust super really ain't all that. That's the only thing. I got love for you, Faust, but your super really ain't. It ain't hitting on nothing.
No, which super? Which one? You talking about the one where you throw all the items?
Yeah.
No, you got to do the other super where he break your legs. The leg breaking
Mm,
super is the one you need to be doing.
how did I'm like, how did she get that one in? Even though Faust does have some slow buttons, I felt like I got that one in animation wise, like frame wise. But cool, that's a round, or I mean, sorry, that's a fight. So
Oh yeah, you got that one.
that's a fight. So that's one. You know what I'm saying?
But here's what happened that you didn't even realize was happening. That's why I shut up and let you fight.
What's up?
As you took that L from her first, when you came back, you had a Zenkai boost. You were stopping a lot of her little tricks because you're picking up on this person's fighting style, not May. This human that you're fighting that's using May. You're picking up on their fighting style. I'm watching you. And this is the jungle. This is the example, the best example of the jungle. Everything, all that long with the stuff I just said. You in the jungle and you adjusting and adapting to your environment. This is May, but this ain't the May that everybody else fight. This is the May you're fighting. And don't be afraid to burst. If she got you in the corner, burst out of there and push her across the screen.
Word up, word up.
But yeah, you got it. Teleport on top, overhead.
Yeah, I was.
And remember, if they block that and you got meter, Roman cancel and stay in the air and throw a bomb back down.
Ah,
Because that keeps you from landing and falling into a combo. You spam it. I do the spam. I like them.
yeah, really
And
though.
really, I learned how to Roman cancel in the jungle. I didn't learn it in practice mode. I mean, you can press the buttons and roam cancel your character, but the jungle teaches you when you should roam cancel and when you shouldn't. It just shows you like this is the opportunity to roam cancel, extend this combo, and they can't do nothing about it. They can't stop you. They can't burst out of it. They just stuck. I learned that in the jungle, not in practice mode. The best practice mode is to get out there and just fucking fight. Just fight. Hey, just take your L, man. Like you're not supposed to win. You're supposed to lose because it's just people better than you.
All right.
So
There we go.
there's no reason to say who's the best because even Daigo loses.
Yep.
So if Daigo can lose, I don't want to hear nobody telling me they're the best because Daigo lost. You see what I'm saying?
It's like I don't want to hear. I ain't trying
don't
to.
care who you say I'm the best in the world with that. You know you're not. How you figure I'm not? Because Daigo lost. Who is Daigo? Daigo is the god of fighting games, and he lost.
Yeah, like even though he's super into Capcom Street Fighter right now, but he used to play like a lot of different games.
I think he still does, and he just only streams Street Fighter because he got a sponsorship and he got to make money and stuff. And I don't think he's allowed to stream any other games while he's being sponsored. Because at this point, it's a job. Like Capcom pays due the salary to stream Street Fighter 5. I looked into it. I didn't realize it was that deep. These dudes ain't just streaming on their YouTube. They're actually getting a paycheck for that, and they actually have to log in so many hours.
Yeah.
And turn in a timesheet, like for real. Real talk. Like a lot of these gamers who are sponsored, and depending on who it is, they have to log so many hours and then turn in a timesheet so they can get their paycheck. If they don't log into their YouTube playing the game that they sponsored by, they could not get paid. So maybe he wants to play another game, but he can't because his schedule, Monday through Friday, he got to sit on Street Fighter 5 for 6 hours or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know specifically, but I'm just saying hypothetically. And then when he turned it off, I think he's tired of playing video games for a day. I think he wants to go watch some TV or something.
Yeah.
Because that's me. I'll get tired of playing the PlayStation and I turn it off. You know what I'm saying? I go do something else. Because I'm tired of playing.
Now this is something. So much fun. This is something I need. I need that chip time.
Chip is. I can't teach chip because everybody uses them different. That's a button mashing fight for me. Even though I got the thinking and I think I'm pretty good, I'm still button mashing when I fight Chip. The Chip is all over the place.
Yeah.
All over the place. He just don't hit hard, and that's the good thing about him is that his hits don't do a lot of damage. He got to do like a 15, 20 hit combo just to take away from meaningful damage. But his little poking peck, they don't do much, But I guess that's his weakness is his punching power, but his strength is his speed. This dude can fly all over the stage, and he can Oki the hell out of you. Like, I think Chip got the best Oki. I think Chip got the best Oki in the game. When I say Oki, I mean like Oki means you get hit on the wake up. That's what Oki is.
Yeah.
Hard knockdown, and then on wake up you get somebody hit you. That's Oki. Well, for his Oki, it's a grab. He can either do his command grab, because people don't realize Chip has a command grab. He actually does. Or he can do his beta blade diagonal in a diagonal direction on Oki. So if you get a hard knockdown with Chip and he beta blades you on Oki in a diagonal direction, you can't block that. You can't even block it. Your character hasn't even stood up quick enough for you to get control of your character. It's an Oki beta blade. Sometimes you get lucky and you can block it because maybe their input was too soon or premature, but if they get that shit right on the money, you can't even block it because it's a command grab. You can't block a command grab. You gotta jump or tech it. If you don't see it coming, you're gonna get command grabbed by Chip on Oki. But usually they don't command grab. They do the beta blade on Oki more often than they command grab though. I think early in the game when it first came out, a lot of people was using the command grab as Oki, but as they got better with the character, they beta blade you on Oki, and you don't know which direction it's going in because he can go in three different directions. He can go low, straight across, and diagonally, and he can jump and come down diagonally. And he
I
can
thought
do
that
it
was my
from
counter. Ah, the overhead. I was close in there though. I was close in there. I was close in there. All right, let's see, guys. We are at 1 hour, so I'm gonna go in and throw in one more match. Oh no, no. All right,
that.
yeah, yeah. We'll throw in one more match after this. Um, but in the when it comes to fighting games, like one thing I'd say as far as like learning, like for instance, I am in I am sort of what you would consider like semi casual, I guess. But I entered a tournament this year.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I actually didn't go 0-2. I went 1-2. I ended up
that's
out
good.
of like 80 something players being somewhere. I think I was like in the top 50 or something like that. So, not one the end of the world. But I think a lot of it is due to trying to figure out between learning from you and learning from Alan, trying to figure out how to. I don't know if I don't know if I would say trying to figure out how to adjust. Maybe that's it, or like try to see what they want to do and see if you can kind of keep that from them a little bit. If you
I hear
can,
you. I hear
if
you.
there's any way you can kind of like keep them from that. Now, sometimes you just can't stop nobody. It's like you just toe up,
Right.
you beat down,
No
and
matter
you
how
can't.
good, now, even Daigo, even he can't stop. Even sometimes it's like I said, it happens to us all. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody from the lowest rank to the highest rank have to deal with some type of headache and the fight in a character that yeah they might win triumphantly, but they was blinking dead when they won. You know what I'm saying? Like because they call hell fighting that character. So it, I think we need to evolve as a community when we approach playing fighting games and stop trying to be the best. Just stop striving for that goal because you're gonna tire yourself out and you're gonna not play the game no more. You're just gonna just be bitter. Just
Mm,
play any fighting game, whether the ones that's coming out or the ones that's out now. If you just want to be good at it, like I'm gonna fight against somebody and I'm confident I'm gonna win, even though I ain't gonna fault this person. To get to that mind frame means you fought enough battles against the entire roster of characters that you kind of know the character's tendencies. And oftentimes, this is what I love about Guilty Gear Strive. Guilty Gear Strive lets you pick your battles for real. You can
mm.
pick your fight. You're not forced to fight whoever they randomly match you up with. And what I found in a lot of fighting games before Guilty Gear is I never fight against the whole roster, nerd, because people only stick to one character. And
Good point.
I'm only fighting this little small group of handful. Like take Tekken for example. Leroy my dude. But let me tell you who I fight the most: Kazuya, Jin, Law, and Lily. I'm talking about a loop back, and both kings, Armor King and Regular King. And
Mm.
every now and then, I might get a Noctis or a Paul Phoenix or another character off the roster. But when I tell you, I see more Jins, more Kazuyas, more Lilies, Nina,
So
Anna,
basically,
King, Law.
you got the large roster, but only
Yeah, you got this
10% of the
roster of
roster is being
characters.
used.
Right. Yeah, you got any fighting game, wherever it is, if it's got a big roster or a huge or a small roster, people just don't want to try nothing else. They going and everybody's watching each other's little videos, copying each other. And for me, I'm not learning because I can't control the server on who I fight. And if you back out, they penalize you. Well, on Guilty Gear Strive, you can back out without getting penalized. It doesn't affect your points, doesn't affect your rank. If you don't want to fight this person that's on your screen saying, what's the word? What's the little announcer say? You gotta lose a fight. Or
Yeah.
here comes Daredevil, right? You can decline that and not get punished. Whereas in Tekken, you decline it when you try to leave before the match starts. That's a rage quit or penalty quit. But I didn't want to fight the guy. I didn't want to fight that character. I didn't want to fight the person.
Yeah.
The fight didn't even get started. I just want to back out of this fight. I accidentally took it. I didn't want to take it. I want to back out of it. You can do that on Guilty Gear Strive, and it does not penalize you. And
Word.
it seems like it's the only fighting game out right now that kind of like lets you choose who you want to fight. And what I was leading at before I passed to you
Mm.
is the whole. I've fought the whole roster because because I've chosen my fights. I've chosen this person and that person. I've fought Axel to Eddie to everybody on Guilty Gear
Nice.
Strive. So now I'm confident enough that when I fight whoever I'm fighting, I know exactly what this character's finna do. I don't know what this person's finna do. I know what this character's finna do. And I know how to get out of these little situations that they try to put me in. And that's all you need to do. You don't have to be the best. You just need to learn how to get yourself out of these situations that you find yourself in when you're fighting. That's it. Because a win for you is for you. It's not for me. It's not for the world. It's for you. When you play on your PlayStation, you're not live all the time. You usually in a privacy in your little space. You put some hours in and you get off of it. Nobody cares, right? So as you try to rank up, who you trying to impress really? Nobody sees it but you. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to strive for the best in the world. Just be the best you can be. Take your L because know that if Daigo loses, you're going to lose. Okay, it's inevitable. You gonna take a L, bro. Because if somebody can beat up, I thought you said we were talking about Daigo last week. Daigo getting beat down when he using Barrel, just getting beat up. They is streaking on Daigo. And then the dude they use Dan, Maruto Dan, the little new guy that Daigo just kind of adopted, beating up on Daigo with Dan. You know what I'm saying? But is it ego? Is it pride? No. It's just the dude's good with Dan. And he can beat Daigo with Dan. That's all it is. It doesn't mean he's better than Daigo. Doesn't mean he's best in the world. It means that this guy is using Dan, Daigo's using Guile, and that dude is giving Daigo a hard time with his Dan play. And that's it. And that's how we should be able to leave it when we have these discussions about playing a fighting game. Don't ask me who's better, and don't ask me if I'm better than you, if you're better than me. Just play the fighting game. Because what's the reward, nerd, for being better than somebody? Do you get a cash
Uh,
prize for that?
nah, I never, never got a cash prize.
Do you get a cash prize for just people acknowledging that you're the best? No, all you get is people acknowledging that
Ah,
you're the best. That's it. So
ah.
free your mind, free your brain, release that stress, and just play the fighting game, whatever game you're playing. Play the fighting game for the fun of it. Learn the
Really?
character you use and learn those matchups in the jungle. How do you learn? You take L's. You get beat up. That's how you learn. Period. Not in practice mode. Because in real life, because I do have somewhat of a martial arts background, I'm completely out of practice and out of shape, but the knowledge is still there. When I was coming up
Hmm.
as a little boy, my dad had me in martial arts, what he can afford to pay, and then you know how it is, can't afford it all the time to keep going to the gym. But you still retain that knowledge. And what every sensei, every little dojo I've been to when I was a little kid, and plus the things my dad taught me, it's the same across the board. And it all say the same thing. If you want to learn how to fight, you got to get beat up. That's how they say it because they were old men talking, right, in the 90s and shit. But what that means is you're never gonna learn how to fight watching other people fight. You got to actually throw a punch and throw a kick and get slammed and get punched and get kicked. Because if you get punched in the face in real life, you'll try to do something to prevent yourself from getting punched in the face again. But if you never feel the pain of getting punched in the face, you won't know how to dodge that punch. And that's how the senseis in real life teach you how to fight. They gonna slam you, they gonna kick you, they gonna punch you, they gonna put your arm and twist it up, they gonna put you in chokeholds. First of all, they gotta show you how to do it. And second of all, you need to know how this feels. So when you're doing it to somebody else, you know what pain you're causing to people. So it's inevitable that when you go to a real life dojo, you're gonna get your ass whooped. The sensei is about to beat you up for 2 hours. Then you go home and you come back the next day or whenever you schedule. Same thing to fighting games. You know, log on, get on, go online, go in rank match, and get beat up. That's how you learn how to play fighting games. And nobody says it this way because I guess they don't want to scare people away from being from playing fighting games. I'm not trying to scare people away. I just want to tell you the truth. The truth is you have to lose. You just have to. Forget your win record, whatever that looks like for you. I got this many wins and this many losses, blah, blah, blah. Forget all of that. It doesn't matter. You have to lose in order to learn how to play. So stop keeping track of your wins and losses and just play the game. You see what I'm saying? Quit,
Yeah.
quit worrying about what your rank is.
Just
At least
enjoy the game. You know what I'm saying?
enjoy the game. Now, if you rank up, like, of course I've ranked up, but I'm not. I don't have a rank up goal per se. I just play and I learn as I go, and in the process, I'm ranking up. See how it ties together. In the process of me playing this game and having fun and learning how to play it, I'm ranking up. I'm not playing the game to rank up. In the process of me playing the game, I'm ranking up because I'm just trying to learn how to play. And if I find a matchup, especially with Potemkin, and I don't know or recognize, I just got let me just put the control down, let them beat me up because I don't know, I can't see them coming. I don't know how to stop this, and I'm not going to let myself get frustrated. So I'm just going to let them just take the L, reset the match. You got the win. Let's go start over. Round one, fight. You know what I'm saying? It's rematch because I don't. I'm gonna go ahead and just forfeit it because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to stop you. But as you continue to beat me up, I'm gonna learn how to stop you. You're not gonna keep doing the same thing to me over and over again before I do something about it. Put your pride aside. Put your ego aside. Play the game. Take your L's. That's how you're gonna learn. That's how you get good in a fight game. You got to lose a lot. So So you keep this in mind, and anybody listening, you ever hear people talking about how good they are in a fighting game, in the back of your mind, you can say to yourself, that person took a lot of L's. Because there's no other way to get good at a fighting game unless you've taken a lot of L's.
Yeah,
If
sure.
all you're doing is winning and you going to lose here and there, you're not learning, and your level is inflated, and you have not fought anybody that can challenge you yet. So if you winning, 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 winning all the time, and you barely losing, you're not good as you think you are. You just think you're good. You ain't fought nobody good yet. The server hasn't matched you with somebody that can challenge you yet. That's all
You
that
ain't
is.
fought nobody.
You ain't fought nobody. You fighting people who barely even play the game. They play it every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And you're fighting
Yeah,
that guy. Well, of
because
course you're gonna
it's been about
win.
it might be almost a month since I've played.
Right. So they beat you. They think they're good. No, dude, I ain't played this game in 2 months. You know what I'm saying? so so that's how I say, like, and I can't tell you what to do. Do what you want to do with your life. I'm not your father. I'm just telling you how I got to my level of play. I'm 40 years old. Been playing fighting games since I was 10 years old. Do the math. How long have I been playing fighting games? Not Street Fighter, not Tekken, but just fighting games
Just
in
fighting games
general.
in general.
I've been playing
Yeah,
them since I was 10 years old in the
yo,
arcade. I was 10 years old when I put
and
my
those
first
was the
quarter in the
days
machine and
too.
played Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I played Mortal Kombat 1. The very first fighting game I played in the arcade was Mortal Kombat 1. Because that was
Yo,
just
and now that I think
the
about it, back
launching.
then we would ride our bikes up to the arcade, and every
Mm-hmm.
kid in the whole neighborhood would just leave their bikes outside, and nobody stole anybody's bike. It was just like this weird
Right.
respect thing. Because then I think about it,
Right.
like we didn't lock up our bikes. We just rode up to the arcade. We just laid our bikes down at the front the front of the arcade, and like nobody took anybody's bike. Now,
Well, for me,
strangely, in the
my,
neighborhood, bikes would get stolen all the time. But in front of the
mhm.
arcade, it was kind of like a Switzerland where it's like, yo, man, we don't steal bikes here. Like,
So this is neutral ground. It's just
we
holy
don't
ground
steal bikes
here.
here.
Right. But for me, and before I moved back to Michigan with my dad, my mom had was living in San Diego with me and my sister. So it was a laundromat in the complex, and it was an arcade in there. I ain't gonna say arcade, but like two machines. It was
All right,
always Miss Pac-Man, Galaga, and some fighting game. And it
all
was
right.
Mortal Kombat at the time.
Ah,
So I steal my mama's laundry quarters and go over there. It's the laundromats in the complex. You just go over there and just play. And as you get older, I venture off away from the house, ride my bike, go to the arcade. They got everything. You got Street Fighter. You got all the other fighting games. 10 years old, bro. Put your quarter up, sit on the stool, wait your turn. Put your quarter
yeah,
right there on the screen.
yeah.
That's what we did.
You put your quarter up there. Like I got next.
And you get up there and you mash buttons because you don't know the moves. You don't know the inputs. You
Yeah, you
mashing
just
buttons. Right.
like for instance, I remember. Okay, there was a skating rink like up the street from me that was like super close. They had their little like arcade section. There was always Street Fighter in there, but they didn't have the rest of the stuff was like skee ball and like they had like a
Right.
racing game, but they had Street Fighter 2 in there. I remember that. Then there was an arcade that was like in this other like shopping center, and they had like I know they had Street Fighter, they had Mortal Kombat, and then they might have had. Nah, I think that was it. They might have had Fatal Fury. I don't think so. I think that was this Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. But then, if you could get your mom to take you, there was Pro
Right.
Park, and Pro Park had like Samurai
Right.
Showdown. They had like
They had
everything.
everything. They had imported arcade games, the stuff that you
Yeah,
don't see in the neighborhood, right?
and it was
You know
like,
what I'm saying? Yeah.
yo, Samurai Showdown. I was like, oh snap, what is this? It's
Right, Samurai
crazy.
Shodown. Look, try
Oh, and shouts to Putt Putt
try to
Golf too. Putt Putt had Marvel versus Capcom 2. And they had Street Fighter versus X Men. They had all the Capcom lines type stuff.
remember the Neo Geo machines,
Oh
World
yeah,
Hero, World Hero with the two ninjas, the blue ninja and the red ninja.
yep.
Like yo, like I'm telling you, I've been on it. So was I good at those games? Nah, I was a kid, man. I was 10,
Nah, it's
11,
like
12
we
years
were
old.
kids, but
Right.
it was still fun.
But But as I got the video game console at home, and they gave you kind of the watered down version because the graphics was trash on these consoles. Like Super
Yeah,
Nintendo graphics was trash compared to the arcade, right? You know what I'm saying?
yeah. That.
But you still have a version of the game where you can learn how to play and look at the move list. So I
Hmm.
got good at home. Now they didn't have online. Of course, you're playing the computer all the time, or you got a little party and boys come through and y'all pass the controller around. But what I would do is I would go home and practice playing on the computer on extra hard mode, and
Mm.
then I take those skills to the arcade. Now I know the moves because I got this game at home. I'm going to the arcade now to get the better version of the game. Put my quarter in. I'm finna sit on this stool and beat y'all ass because I know your moves now. So, but I didn't go to practice mode. Matter of fact, they didn't even have a practice mode back in the '90s. Some of those games did not have a practice mode. Practice mode did come into play. I don't remember the exact year, but Street Fighter 2 did not have a practice mode. It didn't. Street Fighter 2, the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis did not have a practice mode. Just start versus
Yep.
arcade mode and options mode. That's it.
And
Same thing that's at the arcade.
I remember back then you was like, oh yeah, like I'm good. I'm good. Like I can beat my brother, and I can beat like my
Hmm.
two friends. Like I'm the
Yeah,
king of this.
right. That's it. Right. And you go to the arcade and you see it's a lot of kings out here. It's the jungle. The arcade is the jungle. So
Yeah,
since we evolved now, online is now the arcade.
yeah. It's kind of
Just
like that's that's just kind of what you got to deal with now. Is like, all right, we don't have an arcade in theory, so the arcade is online,
right. Put your quarter
and
in.
yeah, it's like let's see, rank. All right, so I'm in 6F right now in the as far as the tower.
Okay.
Let's
You know, sixth
see.
floor.
My last couple of matches, the Leo match that I just lost, I think I won one of the fights. I feel like I could have took the. I feel like I could have won that one, but then that's another thing. Is like kind of like watching back. kind of like watching back your matches and seeing
See,
like,
I do that
okay,
a lot.
okay, I see where I could have won this, or I see where,
Hmm.
okay, my inputs was bad. And also a thing that kind of won this one out is I realized like Leo just got faster buttons on him, bro.
Yeah, he
Like,
does.
like he
I
just got
can't
faster
front.
buttons. Like I did catch him on some points, but yeah, because like even looking at my like some of my moves, I'm like, yeah, hmm, I feel like I feel like I could have played a little smarter on this. Like just
Hmm.
watching it back on the first round we were together, that I always get confused with the run past me thing though. I'll be honest. And I'll without playing enough Leos,
Command
like
grab him.
yeah, because I don't think I did a grab all day today.
Right. Do you know what is his command grab?
His command grab is the hold up, let me go. His command grab is like the scissors. This like Edward Scissorhands or whatever.
No, the
So
input. I mean, the input.
oh, it's
Is it forward half circle?
quarter circle heavy slash. So
Okay, so here's the thing. When I got Potemkin, and I'm a lot slower than Faust. When he tries to cross me up with the Broomhilder stance, traveling back and forth, you can command grab him out of that, or regular grab him out of that. You can do regular throw,
ah
and I'm telling you, when he's dashing, like you know how they dance over your body and stuff, you
yeah.
laying down and I call it the Broomhilder dance. They do the Broomhilder dance on you. They're trying to get you to guess wrong, right?
Yeah,
Forget trying to
because
guess. Forget
it's
trying to
essentially a
block.
50-50.
Don't even play that game. Just do your command grab input, and because he's all the way up close, even if he's behind you, Potemkin will turn around and grab him because I did the command. So
Ah, okay,
if
okay.
I yeah, I'm talking about on Oki on Wake Up. It's don't work all the time. I'm not saying it's
But
infallible. I'm saying
it'll make them think about it.
right. Not everybody that right there, that scissor cut. That's his command grab. You treat it like Potemkin. If you find yourself in a meat grinder with Leo with his Broomhilder dance, wake up and command grab. Don't wake up and block. Don't wake up mashing buttons. Wake up doing the input for his command grab. And as he dance back and forth, you're gonna snatch his ass right up and cut him an afro. I'm telling you, it works all the time.
Word up, word up. Well, guys,
I'm
with
just
that
telling you.
said, we out of here. We had time. Open mind. Tell them where they can find you.
At Open Mind on Twitter, spell it with a Y, and I am Open Mind, spell it with a Y on IG. Holler at your boy. Follow me on YouTube as well, just Open Mind
Yeah,
with a
he got the
Y.
fight
Just those two
chronicles and
words.
all that.
Oh
And
yeah,
yo,
oh yeah. I
he
do
ain't
my Fight
playing no
Chronicles
games
as
on
much
them
as I can.
joints.
Potemkin is my main. Not saying I'm the best, but I think I'm pretty good with Potemkin.
Ooh,
And
his Potemkin is serious.
I think I'll be doing some real fly stuff with Potemkin, like real time. I think I like my Potemkin. I'm not saying it's the best, but if you just sit back and watch my Potemkin is real flashy and real nasty.
Yeah, like
You know
them
what I'm saying?
prayer hands is serious in them streets.
His nickname is Prayer Hands Potemkin. That's my dude. The Prayer Hands. I pray for everybody. I'm telling
He said, "I'll pray for everybody."
you.
All right, what up? NERD, SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places. We've had an awesome weekend. We did everything from Star Trek to sports and Guilty Gear and everything in between, even talk some Hawkeye. So, of course, hit that thumbs up. Let what you see and share this. Feel free to come play. If you're playing PC, you know what I'm saying? We can come play, get our fight on until there's cross play for this game, if there ever will be. Because brother feeling like with DNF Duel, I'm feeling like they just forgot about Guilty Gear. They like, I'm like,
Hmm. Yep.
yo, y'all forgot about Guilty Gear. Like, yo, y'all know y'all still got y'all still got a game y'all got to support, right?
Right.
Like Arc, I still don't know where ARCKATRON gets the time to make all these games, but
They got different branches and
yeah,
sectors. You know what I'm saying? They always working on multiple games at once.
yeah. But so of course, guys, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, help the channel out by sharing and all that good stuff so that I can play more. You know what I'm saying? Then you ain't gotta be like, oh, he has to split time between like Streets of Rage, then Guilty Gear, then maybe something else. Like I picked up UMVC 3 because it was on sale. So I will be playing some of that. Because the little guy loves watching me play Marvel stuff, so that's a slam dunk
Yeah.
watching that. Um, but with that said,
Word.
guys, from us to you, thank you for watching. And of course, we're gonna leave y'all with some PL Parker Lewis and some of that extra dope ARCKATRON. So until next time, peace.
Peace out, y'all. God bless.
I'm the man, yes sir, that killed the bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for our legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the Parker Lewis
Look,
shit.
everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too sharp, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grind together, we all came from hunger pain.